the name of the poem in the book, it sounds silly, actually. It's called Our Grandma Kissed a Pumpkin. It does sound silly, right? It does. Our grandma kissed the pumpkin, but there's a good reason why grandma kisses a pumpkin in this poem. Can anyone think of a good reason why? Maybe the pumpkin looks like grandpa. It's a possibility. Maybe the pumpkin, maybe grandma thinks the pumpkin will turn into a prince. She's been watching too many Disney movies. Or maybe she just loves Halloween and she goes around kissing pumpkins. She's a silly grandma. It is a possibility too. Or maybe grandma's kissing the pumpkin to put her love into her pumpkin pie. And that's the secret ingredient. Well, let's listen and find out if we're close. This is why our grandma kissed a pumpkin. Our grandma kissed a pumpkin on a Friday afternoon. She also kissed a crayon and a giant red balloon. I saw her kiss a chipmunk eating cookies with a queen. She kissed us in these costumes at our house on, yes, Halloween. Very nice, everybody. Very nice, very nice. So everybody in the poem is dressed up as a character for Halloween. And me, I was dressed up as a pumpkin when I was a baby. And I saw, in a photo album years later, my grandma's holding me on Halloween in my pumpkin costume. She's kissing me on the cheek. So that day, grandma was kissing a pumpkin. And guess what? I was her pumpkin. True story. So I saw that picture. I was inspired. I wrote a poem about it. And the poem ended up in this book. So it goes to show you that when you have an idea and you do something with that idea could end up in a very special place. So it is possible. If I can do it, you can do it as well. I promise you. I promise you, you can. Now, when I was a kid, I used to eat some strange things. Now, this might be true, this might not be true, but I wrote a poem about it, years later, and I'm just going to give you the poem. It's called Instead of. Here we go. Instead of an apple or turkey on rye, I'd rather eat crickets or swallow a fly. A fly is nutritious. It makes me feel great. I love eating flies when I'm out on a date. I don't like spaghetti. I don't care for fish. Just serve me a handful of flies on a dish. I'll eat them in weather that's muggy or foggy. It's great to be me. I'm a fly-loving froggy. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Right, it's a frog.